Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ayn and today we're going to talk about digital interviews. There's going to be a lot more digital interviews going forward. So I thought I would talk to you about 3 top tips that I have if you are going to get invited for a digital interview. So the first thing to say is digital interviews are just the same as face-to-face interview when it comes to preparation and research. You should be looking to put in the same amount of time, and if not, a bit more actually, especially when it comes to the preparation. So what do I mean by that? Well, think about the presentation. When you prepare for a physical interview, you would think about your outfit, you'd think about, getting there on time and having a notebook with you, taking some notes. All those things are true for digital interviews as well. So I would suggest that you think about the way you want to present yourself and your surroundings, because you actually do have a choice in that. Think about your background, think about your outfit, think about whether you're going to have a notebook or you're going to take notes on another device, and make sure that you say that so that whoever is interviewing you actually realizes that you're not just distracted, but you are taking some notes. I think it's always important when it comes to digital interviews to think about the fact that the person in front of you actually doesn't see your environment and where you are. So anything that you can say and do to help set the scene so that they know what to expect in the call, I think will be very appreciated. And of course, it's not all about just presentation, is it? And there are some things that it's really difficult to control. So let's talk a little bit about the elephant in the room, the tech. You're going to need a device to do your interview in, and I think no matter how much prepared you are, there's probably going to be some things that could just go sideways that do not depend on you. I actually remember this one time when I had to do an interview whilst on annual leave. I was in Asia at the time and I was in a hotel with really poor connection and definitely not professionally looking backgrounds. So I ended up positioning my laptop in the only corner of my room that was basically remotely connected to the Wi-Fi, and I had this ginormous monkey, like a wooden monkey statue kind thing at the back of me. It was obviously not very professional, but that was not it actually. A lot of the issues came with a connection that was really unstable, and it was just so tough, but more on that in a moment. Let's talk about tech actually. So you're gonna need a device to obviously connect to the call, Skype call, Zoom call, or Google Hangouts. And I think you really have to think about the platform. If it's a platform where you're going to have a profile like Skype or Google, make sure that your photo is professional. Make sure that if you have a status uploaded is also professional and doesn't just say, "Be right back, hold my beer," or something like that. And the username is also your name. Just, simple stuff and professional stuff are always really good. Think about all those things, and also think about rehearsing. I think there's nothing wrong rehearsing, especially when it comes to the digital environment. If you're not someone that is naturally chatty on camera, then I feel like you need to think about what are the kind of things that would throw me off? What are the kind of things that I might be struggling with? Is it communicating my enthusiasm through a camera? I think I definitely know that. I always move my hands a lot, and I sometimes feel very self-conscious about that. And then I realized that actually moving on camera is absolutely fine, as long as you don't move too much, which I have done in the past. So rehearse, maybe take a little video of yourself. You can rehearse your introduction, for example. That's the question that everyone will always ask you to talk through, either your CV or what your current experience in general has been. Rehearse that, talk about that on camera, record yourself and check your sound, check your tone of voice, check your expressions, and your just the way you're communicating, and identify little areas of improvement. Be conscious of it, don't stress too much about it. Everyone knows that this is quite new for most people, and nobody's expecting the world from you, and they're definitely not expecting a really big performance or anything like that. So that's a little bit about the tech, but actually one big thing is to be prepared with it. So for example, make sure that you charge your device, whether it's a laptop or a phone that you're gonna be using, and also that you have a second device in case your device just drops out, because actually it's not just battery, there could be an issue with your laptop, it could freeze, it could just so many things could happen. So I recommend to have one extra device just right next to you on your desk that has got the links and it's got the app if you need an app downloaded, so that you can quickly jump on a call on a different device if need be. And that's just going to make you look really professional, because if any technical issues happen and you're able to just jump back on the call so quickly, that will tell them that you are very prepared. And ultimately, don't panic, because that is actually a very, very important thing. So when I was doing my interview in the hotel in Asia with the big monkey in my background, one of the biggest things was that the connection was just not working. It wasn't working. It was cutting us off all the time, and my interviewer was breaking up a lot, and I was really struggling. And I was doing that, obviously, my second language, which was an added issue. And so I didn't know what to do, because I felt already that they were doing me a favor by doing that on Skype. And so in the end, I basically ended up trying to stay as calm as possible, and I just repeated the question. So if anything happens with your connection and you can't fix it and you can't hear them, kind of figure out if it's like too bad to continue, because you can always take that on the phone. And that also has happened to me, where the connection wasn't working or the tech was just like crashing, and we just moved a video call to just a call and we did the interview over the phone. But also just repeat the questions in the first instance. So just say something like, sorry, the connection is a little bit bad, but I believe what you've said is this, and my answer would be that. So being able to deal with like crazy situations and like with just like not what it should be, because nothing at work is ever as it should be, showcases your talent as well. So yes, I hope these are some helpful tips. So remember, prepare and do your research just the same as you would for a regular interview. Make sure that you think about your presentation, so the way you look, the way your surroundings look, and anything else that your interview might need to know, for example, if you're taking notes. And finally, think about the tech, prepare a backup plan, and don't panic. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope this was helpful and you enjoy it. Thank you so much for stopping by and for watching this video. Hit subscribe button below if you would like to see more of these, and let me know in the comments if you've got any questions or any crazy interviews experience. I'd love to hear. Thanks so much. Bye.